Yo! Quiet on the set. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Phuck with Philly. Live from South Street with your hosts, MC Alley, Rondo, Keenan from Limbo, our man Kev on the engineer, and our special guest today, Mr. Pratt over here. Let's give it up, guys. Let's give it up.
What's going on?
We know Pat for a grip. We all grew up around the same spot. All friendly vibes out here at Phuck with Philly because we fucking with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be. So, Pat, tell us about yourself a little bit, man, and what you kind of here to talk about today, man.
All right, well, you know, my name's Pat O'Riordan. Basically, what we're here for is the prison reform stuff. And, you know, I was born in Frankfurt, moved to the Northeast, went out to Massachusetts for a couple of years. I was in an apartment in Narberth for a year. I went to middle school there. Then I came out Abington. That's where I bumped into a lot of my people.
Bing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the King of the Bing, that's the name.
That was presented with him. Yeah. He ain't had nothing else. Man.
But yeah, and then, you know, I guess to give you guys some background, I guess I started getting in trouble a little bit when I came out there, and it was just stupid stuff. Like a lot of the stuff was, I'm not gonna waste my time talking about it.
Shit,
yeah, regular stupid shit. But and you know how it is. Like a lot of those cops are crazy, and they see me. I'm the regular Crestmont. They see who I hang out with.
Everybody.
Yo,
you remember that?
If you don't know Crestmont is like, I guess they call it the ghetto of Abington. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a neighborhood where a lot of minorities.
Yeah, real shit. Yo, the funniest part. Yo, remember that little yellow car I had? Yo, you probably don't remember. I had this little yellow car and I used to be trapping and shit. Well, hypothetically, right? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Hypothetical story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If I was, you know, I would be trapping out that joint, right? Yeah. And then fuck it. I remember, dude, I had to get like restraining order in the ops. You know what I'm saying? Because like they would pull me over every day after school, bro.
Wait.
Every day.
How can you get a restraining order against the?
Because they were harassing me, bro.
Oh, against the ops.
I started recording them when they were fucking pulling up on me, and I was like, "Why you pulling me over?" And they're like, "Oh, you know, we're just da da da." And they're like, "All right, dude, I know." Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know what the like. I wasn't doing shit. And they're like, "All right." I'm like, "So you can't pull me over?" And they're like, "Nah." I'm like, "But you did." They're like, "I just searched the car." And I'm like, "Nah, man, I gotta go home. My parents, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm hungry, like, da 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 da." And he was just like, "All right," and just let me the fuck alone. And I had to go to the fucking cops and shit.
That was multiple times.
My bad. I mean, cut you off.
No, you good, bro. You're good.
The cops where we grew up as teenagers was drunk.
They want to get you. They want to get you for anything.
Yeah, that's that. I was just about to say, like, all of us have so many stories.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I'm saying everybody got their shit. Everybody.
My bad, bro. Continue. So,
But
we're in Abington. The ops are drawing always trying to be at us and shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I keep touching the mic.
No, you good, man. You good. You good. Don't worry about it, man.
But whatever, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, I started getting some dumb stuff. And the point of that was I have a source, a very good source, that lived on the same block as one of the detectives in the narcotics task force. And you remember, we're not going to get into all that, that told me that this dude was a straight bigot. And he didn't like the fact that I hung out with black kids. And that's why, and that was my source. So, and that's facts. That's factual. It was And I know, that's 100% true. It was a conversation that was said. And, so then, boom, I got in a lot of bullshit. Like, I got mental health issues. I was diagnosed with ADHD, nonverbal learning disorder. And I try to advocate for that shit as well. Like, people, like, the systems out here, people really aren't in the right mind, let alone, then they go to defense mechanisms like drugs and alcohol. It's like, they weren't already right. Like, we need to have more of a rehabilitation-based thing.
Better teachers. Better teaching, man, for certain things. I feel like just sitting in, like, an assembly line in a classroom, they ain't gonna teach you nothing. That teacher had to be, like, pretty much obedient, you know? I feel like it's a whole different thing. You need different kind of lectures for different kind of kids, man.
Yeah, because I feel like all those kids that they push to the side and be like, "Oh, you just got ADD, you can't sit down." Those are kids that actually can think outside the box. They don't fit in that form. I feel like
or they just work different.
Like they're not catered to.
Yeah.
Not everything for everybody.
Exactly, but it's not even like that.
But anyway, so I was basically, long story short, I got in a bunch of trouble in and out of high school. It was never that serious. I went to the youth center for a couple of days. I got kicked out of Abington, went to Lakeside. I got into a situation where fucking somebody got, like, a friend, it was a fight, somebody got stabbed. I got kicked out of Lakeside and I had to go back to the city. Yeah, Roslyn train station. Yeah. But it was like this. It was a little baby thing. It really was.
That's always what it is, man.
Yeah,
it's always
so
what it
stupid.
is.
It was like sounds good, but it was so stupid. Everybody, all these people snitched on each other, like all this nuts. Yeah, he got scraped. Everybody
he fell on the knife.
Everybody told on each other except for like 5 people. Like, But fucking Yeah, exactly. But then I went back to the city, and I got in a bunch more trouble. You know what I mean? Like I got to be held accountable for that. And the last situation that I was in was like, was felon in possession of a firearm. I bailed out. My bail was $250,000. I bailed out 10%.
That was a bad one. If you don't mind, like, give us you don't gotta say too much detail, but what happened with that? Like,
what happened? It was a mixture of things. My friend just got beat up down at Temple. I was 11 days out of jail, and I thought it was a cool idea. I was on Xannies. I thought it was a cool idea to walk down to the store with a gun on me. Yeah. I thought that was cool. Like, I don't portray any of that shit. I think that shit's corny. Like, a lot of that shit. You feel me? But yeah. And that was big because that was my third felony possession and felon in possession of a firearm. And I ended up doing 17 months. I went to the loony bin. A lot of crazy stuff happened. And then I got a 10-year tail. By the time I got to sentencing, I was in and out of 2 different jails, going back and forth to court. And fucking, by the time I got to sentencing, I was home because I already did 8 months on a violation in Montgomery County. And I was home fighting from the streets. I met my ex. I was losing my mind because I thought the offer was a 4 to 8 for the longest. Yeah, they weren't even going down off that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then by the time I got to sentencing, it was like, I brought 40 people to the courtroom. I had a support system. I've always had a cool support system.
That's where to start with.
Yeah.
And that's what's good to show them too. It's like, look at all these people that I'm important to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do something right if I can bring these people out.
Yeah, and remind me later to get back to that too. Because there's something to ping pong off that.
For sure.
Yeah, and I got 11 and a half to 23 with 10 years probation. That was the sentence. And I raised my hand. This was July 2015. I raised my hand. I asked for a state sentence with less probation. The whole courtroom gassed. They called it recess. My uncles are in there snapping on me, like, because I just thought I was supposed to go to the penitentiary. Like, that's really what I thought. I've been to the county too many times. I didn't want to be on county probation. And then my girl's like, babe, I'm not coming up to the mountains every week to see you. You know what I mean? And with my ex. And then I was like, all right, I'll take you. Yeah. And that's where that's where the reform shit started, because I was all over the place until then. I still am. Like, I'm not a saint. You see what
Nobody is, man. Yeah. Nobody is, bro. Shit. Even those politicians and millionaires and all those motherfuckers, you think they doing that fucking Christian thing to do? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Because, like, not even, you say you're not a saint, but it's just like, your morals and shit ain't represented by papers. On papers, you could look like a fucking whatever.
I look like a demon.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
but we all know Pat, dude. Like, I swear to God, every time I see Pat, it's all love.
Yeah, yo.
Anyways, bro, my bad. We keep cutting you off.
I appreciate the love,
for sure, man. Yeah. But so you're in, but then so I'm guessing it wasn't. So you did the 17 months, right? And you did
17, but it was in 2 different chunks.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So did you do I guess you did a retrial and then.
Well, actually, no, it wasn't. It was that I bailed out, but I was on probation, so I slipped the detainer.
Okay.
I bailed out for $25,000.
Nice, man.
Yeah, and I got that shit back though. I got 23.5 back, but
nice,
but that wasn't my money. That was mommy's money. Yeah, and
so
yeah.
when you getting out and you're kind of like back in everyday kind of life, man. Like, how does what's the mindset going into that? Like, is it just work? Is it? Because I mean, it must be crazy. Like, you're kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just in general, like, because a lot of people, they get out, and then they're kind of lost in the sauce. Like, no one's guiding them to be like, yo, you should do this. You should take these kind of classes. You should fucking try to get a job. Like, you should try to do these kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Were you thinking, like, were you a little kind of lost in the sauce for a little bit or something like that, man?
For sure. Like, the only reason that this stint wasn't like that is because from that sentencing date. And that was a good question too, man. That's that's what it's all about, re-entering into society.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Re-entry. Like, and so from that point on, there was a point where I was getting in trouble and I was still running reckless when I was in jail a little bit, to a certain extent. Like, I got into some shit. I did 3 years of my life in jail off and on. And I got into some dumb shit that you're not in the right mind state, you know? And then you got to come back into society, and it's a lot of pressure. You might not have anybody. But with my situation, it was like, halfway in, because I got the 11.5 to 23. So that was, but I already did the 8 months, so I was supposed to do 11.5 more minimum. So it was supposed to be a little bit more than, it was supposed to be closer to 2 years. But around, I had 6 months in, and I went to a maximum security jail. I went to Phuck on State Road, and then because I was at CFCF for quarantine, House of Corrections, and then I got in some dumbass shit, and then Phuck for 90 days. I stayed out of trouble for 90 days.
Which one they got them all in the gym? Like, which one is like, I heard it's like real overcrowded and they got them piled up in the gym and shit.
Well, I couldn't. It could either be Holmesburg Prison. That was been closed for a while, but the House of Corrections just got shut down. House of Corrections just shut that down. Shout out to what's the program? Something the Creek, because they call it House of Corrections the Creek, and it was like, I wish I knew the name off the top of my head, but it's like they all went out and politicked, and they all went out and they got together and did a peaceful protest about the House of Corrections. It was an old jail. It was the worst. It was the worst. It was dirty. The walls were Close the Creek campaign. Yep, Close the Creek campaign. And a lot of people that I know, because we haven't even gotten to that part yet, but a lot of people that I ended up working with, because I've been home for 3 years. I'm pretty sure I've been home for 3 years, just short, maybe a little bit more. And so shout out, Close the Creek campaign, shout them out. And long story short, I had a feeling. I realized I got this support. People are still sending me mail, and I got this support, and I need to do something when I go home. Like I'm not. There's a jail culture. There's a jail culture, and it's like you could be snorting Suboxones off a spoon, and running around talking about how you were ripping and running and robbing people.
Did you like have somebody like in like that was kind of telling you to stay away from that shit? Because I feel like that's like all the culture inside, anyways. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, is there like I feel like it's hard for you to even go a different path sometimes when you're in there. So like, was that just on your own, or was that something that you kind of just told yourself like I have to like kind of be an activist? I kind of had to like get out here and do something.
Yeah, that's a great question. Again, I appreciate you guys guiding me because there's so much to this stuff.
For sure,
it's like,
man.
And I want to get around to it. I want to get around to everything, but it's like really a thought process within its own. Like the whole reform thing, everything connects, and we're just in Philadelphia. That's what all that I'm trying to work with. And but yeah, basically shout out to my boy Anthony Hirschbuhl. That was my man on this last thing because there's a lot of people I connected, and then there's probably 10,000 people I forgot about. I don't even remember their name. I wouldn't remember. There's probably 1,000 people. Somebody was just telling me some shit. It clicked. So, I think it was my main chop right here. Or no, who was it? Somebody was telling me something. Damn, like I probably easily forgot 1,000 people that I was associating with throughout all this time. Like, yeah. Shout out my boy Chop. He's in here from Pompano Beach, South Florida. Shout out my boy Kifo. He's in the cut, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think is like the one thing that's the most corrupt about the system? Like, there's one thing to pinpoint, like the number one thing to change.
The number one thing to change?
I mean, I know there's so many.
Real quick, let me get back to that real quick.
Sure.
Basically, I got the urge to do better, and I
Yeah.
started organizing things. I looked at the re-entry programs, I looked at the outreach programs, and everything that's based on that political, what's it called, field. You know what I mean? Like politically like-minded, and that's where that started. I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time, Allison?
No, I was saying, like, I mean, you're talking about, like, I was saying, like, what you think is the number one kind of thing that can change first off, like, inside the prison system. Like, for me personally, I think it's a lot of, I think, to kind of train this, like, police force and this drug, like, I think legalizing tree is a huge thing, too. Because what that does, a lot of motherfuckers are locked up from selling tree, you know?
Yeah.
And people will still be selling tree, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it won't be such a like, you won't be locked up forever selling some shit. It's more like if you're selling burgers outside. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm just doing an easier service for y'all. But I feel like a lot of people get hooked up in that kind of stuff because what else are you supposed to do? Like, we talked about this before, man. Like, you're in a low-income neighborhood. What can you do? You could work at a fucking poppy store, or you could work at a fast food joint, or what? You got to pay all this money to go to school. Like, there's not opportunities besides, like, it's almost gearing you. It's like, oh, you want to do this for nothing? Or you want to trap and maybe make some money and maybe take care of your family and do it kind of the right way in a fucked up way. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like...
That's an entrepreneur decision. Like,
exactly,
man.
man.
Make that decision. You know what I'm saying? I can either go here and make chicken change or do this and make some guap. What you think I'm going to do? You know what I'm saying? That's just what it comes down to. I mean, I'm about to say, you can put Bill Gates in that same situation. He'll probably do the same shit. You know?
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying.
You got like I feel like, that's like a good entrepreneur. But I feel like it'd be like always teaching.
I'm not glorifying it, but you see what I'm saying.
I know.
That's what I'm saying too.
You know what I mean? They be putting them the wrong way. They be like, yo, be an entrepreneur selling drugs. They would never tell them to be an entrepreneur for mowing lawns. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they instill that like good, like, you know what I'm saying, mentality to be like, get it on your own, fuck that shit. But they not steering them in the right direction.
I mean, my thought is I think it needs not to cut you off, bro. I completely agree. I feel like it needs to be like back in the day, post-segregation or post-slavery, there was lines drawn in the map, right? Where certain people couldn't get black people couldn't get a loan for a cup of coffee, let alone a house, right?
Redlining.
Right.
Oh, shit.
So then it's like, whoever dropped all these drugs in these impoverished areas.
Ronald fucking Reagan, dude. Fuck you, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just saying that motherfucker out here slinging rocks and shit. AIDS. I'm just saying, bro. Oh, it all came at once. Get the fuck out of here. I got a lot of shit. It's my bad. But yeah.
No, yeah. So then it's like, okay, from that point on, things got worse, and it seems like it was kind of puppeteered. But things got more progressive back and forth, obviously way better than fucking slavery, but it's like, I just think that there needs to be more accountability on an energetical level. Like when you walk into a courthouse, the criminal defense attorney shouldn't be working with the district attorney hand in hand.
That's what I'm saying. They're like a part of the same system because then
all
it's
part
like
of the
you're
same
already
system.
fucked.
I've witnessed it multiple times. There shouldn't be people that are ending up in jail for nonviolent crimes or nonviolent offenses and dying in there due to a lack of medical attention.
Yo, Aaron.
It's like how the people that it's like how the people that made like oxys,
people. Yeah.
how the people that made like oxys and shit are working with the people that are making like subs. Like the shit to get you off the drugs is the same people that
try to get you on that shit again.
Yeah.
You know what that's called? It's called problem. Wait, damn, I don't want to butcher it. Basically, like people create a problem, and the same people, just like what you said,
Create a problem because they have the solution.
It's called something, and people watching this joint probably know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's like you got all this water. So what do? You make sure no one else has water because then they got to come to you to get fucking water. It's one of those
Rockefeller tactics.
Exactly.
No, I'm saying it's really
and on that, man, I think. I mean, how much big business is in fucking prisons, man? Victoria's Secret, like their main production is inmates and shit. Isn't that fucking wild?
I'll be honest. I heard Kim Kardashian was doing a lot of shit with that reform.
That's because of Meek Mill.
I just reposted that. How do you feel about like celebrities and people getting behind this? I mean, do you think it's like a real thing that they're selling, or is it something that? I mean, I think that like I would just step out of my shoes and look at myself and look at my Instagram page. I would take it from there. I got a picture of me with my little brother, and it's just like smile through the hard parts, Frontline. I got a picture of me in my court date talking about all the resources that helped me in my clout chasing. You feel me? And there are people who do it in the wrong ways, for real. Yeah. But everything I do, I put money in this. I had people support me. I never made a penny off this. Never got gas money. I was always behind on a cup of coffee gas money, and I never was looking to make money.
So talk about the Instagram page, bro.
Instagram?
Yeah, the Instagram pages you're on. I mean, that's really how we kind of. I mean, like, I didn't know how active you were and shit, and even just putting stuff out until like we came across Frontlinereentry and everything, man. Yeah. So like what's up? Like, when did you start that up and shit?
Frontline Re-entry. I started right around the time Terrence died. I'm pretty sure. If it wasn't that, it might have been around the time his mom called me because she had a letter and she wanted to get the hashtag going. Because she was upstate. She's at SCI Muncie right now.
So what exactly happened with that whole situation? Because I mean, I keep hearing like a lot of different things. I don't really know. I feel like you probably know a lot more than I do with that situation. Because that was
for anybody listening. Terrence is a guy that we grew up with, very good friend of ours. But yeah,
rest in peace, Terrence.
Rest in peace, Terrence Taylor. Like, go repost. If anybody's watching this, go to Frontline Re-entry, no underscore, and look at the post. You'll see his face. He's a young black kid. He's wearing a little suit, and that's the best we can do right now as far as raising awareness until we get more organized and start to reach out to different platforms. Like,
but what is the story? I mean, like, I know it too, but if you know it any better,
I don't have a story because there's no straight stories. I never got it from an inmate. I never got it from anyone that was on medical at that time. So
it's still not even.
So all I know is they shot Narcan in him 3 times, and he was banging on the window screaming for medical. They shot Narcan in his dead body 3 times. Narcan's supposed to bring you back from opiate overdose, and there wasn't any drugs in the system. So as far as I'm concerned, they just took his dead body out of the jail. But then I sound too radical in my politics. Then I lose legitimacy.
Right?
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
right.
But this is what has been heard. I mean, how else can you explain that sometimes? Man?
Yeah.
I mean, you're just spitting facts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I mean,
that's actually crazy.
And that's the thing. I feel like that's where like you kind of got to put. Like, that's what's great, man. You're putting these stories out. You're getting people realizing like, hold up, like there is some shit to be said here. Like this is just something that you don't forget about. You know what I'm saying? This impacts everybody, not just Philly. I mean, this is Fuck with Philly, but like this whole thing is fucking nationwide, man. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of times you don't think.
Sure.
I feel like once you in the system, you're stuck there.
Not to cut you off. Last time I'm gonna do that, bro. My boy Chop right here from Pompano Beach. His dad died in the feds when he was 8 years old. They never got a clean story. It wasn't a stabbing or anything like that. Like they never got a clean story. He was 8 years old. His dad died in the feds. It happens everywhere nationwide. It's nothing special, and they get swept under the rug more than usual. Like, what were you saying, bro?
No, I was just saying like I mean if you had somebody right like you know they were going away for like 2-3 years right if you had any advice to tell them like do you know what I'm saying because I feel like there's some people that go in there and they just kind of want to skate by, but I feel like, I mean, I don't know, because I don't know what kind of education, if they even give you books in some places, if they even do those kind of things to, like, set you up for success. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you trying to is it enough programs in there to rehabilitate though? Or are they just...
In jail?
Yeah.
No. But shout out, like, I've only been in so many jails. I never went upstate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But as far as I'm concerned, like, it's just there's too much egos. Like, there's like there's current users. There's people that are using them, bringing in brown paper bags full of shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, these people are a lot of crackheads and dope fiends, as they call them. You know what I mean? I call them regular people, but you shouldn't be. Because the thing is, 40% of law enforcement is attracted by an addictive personality, whether they're current addicts or recovering addicts. That's 40%. 40% of enforcement, like police, ambulance, firefighters, attract that personality type, addictive personality type. Yeah, whether they're in recovery or not, for whatever they're doing. Yeah, so that's the people that's our authority, you know? Yeah. Why wouldn't it though? Think about it. You get to put your badge on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You get to wear that on
cowboy,
the
bro.
outfit.
You ringing in.
You feel like you're doing. That's crazy. I never knew that shit.
Somebody caught a video of this female cop in the store dipped out. And then I seen another, like, I don't know if she was, and then I seen another video of this cop who got pulled over for being drunk as shit in his car with a pistol, and I think his kid was in there, and he got mad at the other cops for not covering it up. He's like, for real, you gonna do this to me, man? You gonna do this to me? I feel like they all, like, just people. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man.
They're just people, man.
How do y'all feel about that, like, the free shoot-up sites?
Oh, shit, I heard about that shit.
All right, so...
I mean, I don't know.
All right, I've heard millions of things, and I kind of agree both ways.
Yeah.
I think, like, let's think about it like this, man. Honestly, who are the majority of people on heroin? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like it's a more, like, suburban culture kind of thing. Not even, I feel like it's people that are not from Kensington that are going to Kensington to get heroin. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the thing is like, let's say it was crack. They weren't given some houses where everybody can do. I mean, it's a crack house. You know what I'm saying? But like, the government wasn't funding it. But now that people are dipped out on heroin, we treat it like that. But in the terms of like ambulances and like, you know, spending money, so if you know that they're all in one spot, let's say they do OD, you know what I'm saying? Then that kind of saves like EMTs and people that are in the medical field to understand like we need to go here to do that instead of chasing them around all around the city and having people die. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, so are these houses? Wait, so is this house just?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I heard what you're saying.
Honestly.
It's like an assisted facility.
I have my own thoughts on it.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe
so
too.
what is the house for you to help
it's definitely. I see your thought process.
All right, who in here?
Facility.
Real quick.
To make sure you don't die. So it's like I'm gonna watch you do this shit and just make sure you don't die.
It's kind of fucked up, right?
But it's not.
So at that point, that makes it legal, right?
No, they're making it not legal.
Right? Is that what it's saying?
It's you're being supervised.
It's about being safe, though. It's about being safe. It's not about that. It's about giving them a facility that they can safely do these drugs so they can monitor.
But where do we do the cutoff?
But listen to what you're saying, bro. That
die.
means they're making this legal. It's legal now.
It's not about but it's not.
It's legal, bro. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you just legalized that shit. And
It's already legal in Kensington. It's
Real
already
shit.
legal.
That's what I'm saying. Wait.
They do. If a cop catches you with a bag of dope, they might try to get the heroin addict to become an informant and point somebody out in the back seat or something. But they're not like they might charge you if they feel like it, or they might throw it away. There's Kensington cops. I know Kensington cops that used to just take bundles off you as long as you're not like got a fire on you, just spraying it and shit. They just take
Yeah, where they gonna
bundles.
put you, man?
Just take
Sometimes
the bundles.
I mean, they get fed in jail at least. Some people out here not even eating. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. It just sounds a little. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, man. I believe in. I mean, all right. I think of tough love a little bit sometimes, right? All right. Who in here has never took a perk? That's what I thought. Anyways, so we all have taken perks before, right? We've all been on some
liked
shit.
them. They always fuck my
Maybe
stomach up.
we've been on it a little too long than we should have, right? Whatever, right? But I'm just saying, I feel like it's your choice to start doing something extra. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I mean, I know some people have addicted personalities, but that's the same thing. Like, what if someone's a pervert? What if someone's a rapist? It's like, oh, it's not their fault. It's just their brain. It's like, hey, man, sometimes you got to question the thoughts that you got in your head. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it is responsible. I feel like
if
you
we
got to
go
be
down
responsible for yourself, you know?
You
can't blame everybody else that you're...
What's the alternative? Put them in jail?
Let me say one thing.
No, I don't think jail is definitely. Yeah, I don't think people with addictions like that. Jail does not do it. Like, what is jail? What is that going to do? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
America dumb as shit for.
Either help them and make
we
it
don't be
safe.
solving shit. We just be.
So this all right. So this is to me. This is the choice you seem like. Either help them or keep them safe, or lock them up and put them in jail. Because what's the middle? Leave him on the streets? Because that's what's happening now.
No, I'm saying.
Yeah.
I agree with that house thing, but why not help him weed off the drugs?
It's like a
instead of watching them do the job. You can go ahead and do it.
But you can send people in there to like talk to them, but most people don't give a fuck, man.
I don't know.
You want to get high. People want to get high, man. Sure, you might be save one out of everybody, but
I mean, I feel like we're like looking at this like from a psychological aspect. We would really have to do our research before we could really talk about this.
Yeah, that's 100% true. I ain't gonna lie.
And
That's
it's
100%
like
true. I know nothing about it.
you got to change the you got to like vary things.
Yeah.
Things have to get varied. There's a lot of laws. There's a lot of legislations. There's a lot of red tape, especially with the prison system. The prison system is privately owned half the time. So there's like, it's just like it would just have to start like we would have to start pushing policies. We'd have to get organized, like Meek Mill's, Michael Rubin, and the Reform Coalition. They're pushing policies.
Yeah, they are.
Man, we were talking the other day, bro. Tell me the biggest comeback of all time is not Meek Mill. Tell me one. He was like the laughing stock of everybody when Drake fucking did some shit. Yo, like, there's all these memes about him shit saying he looked like Kermit the Frog and shit, you know what I'm saying? But like, all this other stuff, right? This fool came back from dirt and came back and now there's Meek Milled everywhere. And what I like this time is when he got his fame the second time, he started doing something. He started fucking being involved in something, some kind of activism.
Shout out Meek fucking Millie.
Putting Philly on the fucking map, bro. Putting Philly on the fucking map, dude. Me neither, dog. I hate that shit. I couldn't even hear that song.
Never turn my back. I don't even like Drake. Still to this day, I don't even like Drake.
Drake not
He don't write his shit.
Drake's a culture vulture. Drake's a culture
Now that
vulture.
we're talking about this shit,
He's an actor rapper.
The
That's how I see him.
the whole beef was about.
I like them better in a wheelchair.
Real shit. Fuck that nigga.
We should put him back in one.
The whole beef was about Drake not. The whole beef was about Drake not writing this shit, right? That was the whole beef, right?
Yeah.
So when Drake came out with a diss track against Meek,
He definitely didn't write
why
his
the
shit.
fuck are we listening to that joint? Because
He didn't write
probably
it.
didn't write that.
He had a whole team of
So that
motherfuckers
shit
that
shouldn't
was
even
writing that
count.
shit for
You know what
him.
I'm saying?
Can I go live? Can I go live?
Go live, man. Go live.
Fuck yo. Bro,
But that's what I'm saying,
Bro,
bro.
I'm be a
That's
good
some bullshit.
I'ma still follow Kawhi. Yo,
Drake-
we still got to follow Kawhi and see what he's doing.
Drake swore he was the coach.
That was a crazy ass.
Fuck out of here, Drake. You swore he was the
I'm mad shit the Raptors won.
Yo, but who's better though? Who's better? Like, all right, we talking. You know what? How about this? Ready? It's time to talk our shit, right? It's time to talk our shit, right? This is a segment where Fuck with Philly talks our shit, right? All right, who's battle rapper wise, right?
Yeah, I'm
Cassidy, Meek
Oh
Mill.
wait, I heard Cassidy took an L the other
I
day.
don't give a fuck.
Cassidy or Meek?
I heard Cassidy took an L the other day.
Yo,
I heard Cassidy took an L
I'm
the
just
other day.
saying.
I ain't
No,
gonna lie.
Old Cassidy, bro. All that shit,
just
bro.
keeping it
I'm
a
just
bean.
saying, bro.
Cassidy, I heard Cassidy. I never thought that Cassidy would take an L, but I heard the other day that he took an L. I don't know how true that is.
That's fair. Everybody takes L's. Even Meek took an L
But
too.
that might be
Meek
the
took an
only
L
time
too.
I heard Cassidy
Meek
took
all
an
day,
L.
Meek all day, Meek all day.
Better than Cassidy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cassidy, yeah.
You think Cassidy wouldn't murder him on some
On some bar to bar shit.
some bar to bar shit?
I don't like
Bro,
Cassidy.
I don't like his
What?
shit.
I think Cassidy.
That's not their dude. Even though they both came from.
Meek just more like, ah-da-da-da-da-da-da.
They're in like two different like genres to me. Because Cassidy do straight bars.
Look, I see Meek too, but I'm just saying I don't think.
They make you almost about to cry and shit, yo.
Look, I see Meek too. But the thing is, I wouldn't sleep on Cassidy though. I feel like Cassidy get a couple rounds out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing, man.
Yeah. Cassidy, what was that one joint? Who was he dissing? He did somebody.
Who?
Not too long ago. It was like some diss song. I don't know. He was beefing with somebody.
He had a
It
battle.
was rappy. It wasn't like real.
He had a battle. I heard it.
Yo, real question though.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Aisha Curry or Gabriel Union?
I don't even know who Aisha Curry is.
Steph Curry's wife or Dwayne Wade's wife?
I don't even watch basketball. I only watch when I'm gambling with this boy right here.
I'll probably say Aisha Curry because I
gonna
feel
say
like
Aisha Curry.
What? She be talking all that shit on Twitter though.
She needs some love.
She be snapping on Twitter. I ain't doing that. She'll be all like, he ain't take out the trash or some shit. Like, put that shit on Twitter. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, keep some shit in the family, bro.
She said he got groupies all over her. Bro. That's crazy.
No shit, he's fucking Steph Curry, bro.
Shout out my man Jordan. You see what I'm saying? My barber. That nigga sharp as shit.
Fresh cut.
Real
Me
shit,
and Rondo
man.
got that joint, bro.
It's real shit. Carefully crafted. Shout out my man. Barber. People don't give a barber enough credit. People don't realize your barber gets you the most. You know what I'm saying every time.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
Every time.
I call the barber
Shout out
the pussy
Oscar,
man, bro.
Shout out
That's
my
what I'm
man.
saying. Shout out Oscar, yeah.
And shout out my man Jay down at Harttown Torresdale.
Real shit.
I bounce back and forth.
I tell Oscar every
Major
time.
key in our life.
I tell Oscar every time, bro. I'm like, yo, man, thank you. Like, you got me some butt this weekend. So. Like, you did your thing. I can just walk around. I just do a cut. I could be speaking this. I can speak in anything, bro.
Cocky as hell. Like, bitch, you, what? You see my cut, bitch? Alright, yeah, alright. You tripping. It's like, no.
But shit, alright, so would y'all rather want to know that you're going to die on a certain date, or would you rather not?
Would I rather know I'm going to die on a certain date?
Yeah, I'd rather know.
You'd rather know?
Yeah. I'll be so ready for it. I'll take acid that day.
That's what I'm saying. Alright, so I know a lot of people. That's what I'm saying. I feel like most people, and I used to say that too, I'd be like, I don't want to know. But my buddy, right? He got like cancer, right? But he's living his fucking life now. Like, he wasn't living it before, but now he knows he only had like a year left. You know what I'm saying? So he was just like, yo, like, I'm gonna just fucking do whatever. So I kind of like that a little bit, that mentality of like, it's short. Like, I know it probably gets fucking scary towards the end though.
So why can't we just?
You just stressing, you know what I'm saying?
We do that anyway though. We should be doing it every day. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, I don't want to stress every day. You're right.
Yeah, because I feel like every day you're like, oh,
I'm gonna
shit's
stand
coming
down.
up.
Stand down. Stand
You
down.
don't realize every day is a new day because we do the same shit every day.
The same.
Like, you take shit for granted.
Yeah.
Like, something hits you, and like you're just like.
That's how we live every day, bro.
For real. For real.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
Yeah.
Like, how's he gonna treat it?
I guess so. Yeah, because the thing is, like, with him, it feels like every moment ain't special. It's just kind of like, it's something. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But
Everybody lives every day not knowing. You feel me? It's
Yeah.
That's the thing, man.
But look, let me try to recommit to my little message real quick, because we never got posted Joe shit. Like, basically,
Oh, of course, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was seeing one shit.
no doubt.
Yeah.
Basically, just now, I worked with a lot of the re-entry groups in the city, and I worked with a lot of these interns, these ladies at the GRI program. Shout out to the GRI program at UPenn. I'm a certified peer specialist over there, and so I work with a new wave of people coming out of the county that are with this designated program, and through that, there was too many logistics and too much red tape because it's UPenn. That's the machine that's behind that. So we can't get their numbers. We can't deal with our alleged clients, you know. So then I started my own thing, and I just started dealing with people. And I don't have a lot of resources at all. I'm looking for like I got a little bit of people that are like showing me love.
You know who this reminds me?
I'm looking for peer specialists, and all we need is like. I don't need anything. I could do everything except for just gain more clients.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
I just need.
So you're more geared towards time and resources. So you're more geared towards like the youth, like you want to like, or just anybody.
I don't have to see the thing that I can do is I can write a letter and give you a certificate if you engage. Like when I came out, I realized that it's like if you engage politically. Even if you're on probation now, if you have a back judge, if you have a fucking PO, like if you engage politically, or you go to school, or you volunteer, or you take this training program, or you find a positive outlet, anything.
Just pretty much show that you like care about being better and get out. Right?
Yeah. You know, it might look good for them. That could be your intentions at first. But at the end of the day, if you like it, you're gonna find your lane. Like I ended up coming out of jail, just doing all this stuff, getting all these certificates. I got a scholarship.
That's good shit.
All
That's good shit.
I was focused, and I was just like, whatever. I get some money when I can. I worked on the side the whole time. I went to school part time the whole time, and I volunteered part time the whole time. And don't get me wrong, there's ups and downs. But now I'm off probation. The same resources that got me off probation to get anybody else off probation. They can get that certificate from me. And if they really engage, they can get a letter from UPenn through me. If they're not eligible for the GRI program, because you have to be currently incarcerated at the GRI program.
That's awesome, man.
That's what people see. Like I respect that because that's what people need to be on. Like,
how's it feel helping them, man, bro?
You know what I mean?
It feels amazing. It's the best thing I got going on right now.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what's up, man.
It's just my heart.
This might be weird.
I'm not gonna stop.
I got a weird question for you, yo. Like, this might be weird, but what's the best thing about like all the shit you've been through, the bad shit you've been through. What's the best thing about it? That might be weird. That might be a weird question, but like, I feel like we all go through some bad shit. We all come out better. We like realize some shit and realize some lessons. What would you think is the best thing about the bad shit that happened to you?
I said when I was at that age, I was a little bit of a follower. And in jail, I learned that nobody really gives a fuck about you. And I learned how to maneuver a little bit better. And I also learned how to hold accountable because I was a burden on people.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me feel horrible. It made me feel horrible.
Yeah, man. Good shit, that's what I'm saying. I feel like what a lot of these situations shows is that, like, all people you think give a fuck about you don't. So you gotta kind of create your own lane, and like the people that do, you gotta be so good to them. Like, don't fuck them over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's when you get, instead of friends, you have family. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's
better than
totally
fucking
different.
friends. Or you got homies or brothers. It's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different kind of scenario.
It's
Everybody get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? If you can sit down with your homies, talk your shit, be a good person, be out here repping the city of Philly. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is too. The people, like the people.
Think about your
You know
city.
what I'm
Put your city on. You know what I'm saying? We all in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? So fuck out here with all that selfish bullshit, right?
Why you fuck with Philly, yo?
Why do I fuck with Philly? I don't know, man. I just literally, bro. I've had moments where I felt like the whole city was talking to me. Whole city was talking to me. All my experiences, memories, everything. I've had moments where I felt that.
Mm-hmm. It's a big little city.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
it's all I really know. I know the outskirts. I know I've been all around. Yeah, this is my boy's first time in Florida. He's in Philly with us. He's everywhere.
That's your first time in
Everywhere.
Florida. Oh, all right, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And he's on the
Yo,
come
I used to
up.
live out Florida. I was Tampa for
And he's on the come up.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, the weather ain't that nice out here, bro. It's just kind of fucking drawn, man. It'll be changing around.
Yo, dog, I moved down there. Listen, let me tell you this shit real quick, bro. I moved down there. What's the month where it be raining the whole month? Like August or some shit? Yeah, bro. I moved down there August, bro. It rained every single. I'm like, what the?
But don't it rain for like 20 minutes and then stop?
Stop.
You just gotta bring an umbrella and just be
I'm
like,
like, yo,
yo.
this is crazy.
I
I be thinking, yo, real shit.
Alright, but yo, you want fucking. Alright, so we might as well wrap this up. We did pretty good. We went like an hour or
Oh,
something. you know
one
what
more
I'm
thing.
saying? Yeah, go ahead, man. Any closing thoughts or anything?
We're
man?
getting people off probation. If you're eligible for a probation termination hearing in the city of Philadelphia, I work with a criminal defense attorney. $250, $300 get you off probation. If you're eligible, but you got to engage.
You got a plug? You want to say like a
Engage.
number or website or Instagram?
Just for Frontline Re-entry, no underscore. Frontline REENTRY Re-entry, no underscore, man. Everything's really on there. This phone's on there. Yeah.
On behalf of the squad,
Email.
man. Thank you, Pat, for coming out, man.
Thank you for having
It's
me.
been a fucking real thing. Cheers, fellas. Cheers, fellas. To life, huh?
Yeah, no doubt.
That's what I'm saying,
Freedom,
man.
freedom.
Freedom. All right, till next time, kids. We're Fuck with Philly. Bang.